Yo, what's going on? All my homies, homettes, dudes, and dudettes. It's your boy Will, and I'm back again, and I'm ready to talk about this note of vanilla. I got 10 good vanilla fragrances that will work really good for you for this fall weather. And I probably could wear them in the winter also, but these are some bangers. Let's check them out. Yo, all right. So let's run through these. These are all banger fragrances, and they have vanilla in them, and they are all top 10. So I'm not really putting them in an order, but let's just check these out. The first one I have is Givenchy's Pie. There's the bottle. There's the pie symbol right there. Man, this fragrance is crazy. Now this is one of the older fragrances, and you just bring the label down like that to spray the fragrance. This is one of those older fragrances that has vanilla in it that still works, man. If you can find a good price on that, this fragrance is so good. It's creamy, and creamy is going to be one of those terms that I'm going to be using a lot. And you know, boys and girls, strap in, because this might be a little bit long of a video, because some of these fragrances I gotta talk a little bit more about, because some of them haven't been talked about. But Givenchy Pie, a lot of people have talked about this one. This one is an amazing fragrance. It's smooth, it's creamy, it brings people in a little bit closer to you. It's more so like a cozy kind of fragrance, which most vanilla fragrances are. They are kind of cozy, and they make you want to get in close with a person and have a little conversation. So that's the first one, Givenchy's Pie. I'll put the ones I used already back there. This next one. Now this is a really good date scent. This one is Sacred. That coming in good. It's a little blurry, but this is Sacred by Louis Cardin. Man, this one is more of a gourmand kind of vanilla. Oh my goodness, it's a little spicy on top. I'm not sure if it has cinnamon or cardamom. It might be maybe even pink pepper, but this one has more of it's vanilla, but it has a little bit of caramel or something else. It's something that smells almost edible, maybe like a cake or something. So obviously, if you have this on and you're, you know, dressed and clean how you should be, someone smells this on you, they will want to come in a little bit closer. So, whew, Sacred. If you can find this one's a little bit harder to find in the United States, but keep looking, because this is well worth it, and it's not very expensive either. That is number 9. Number 8. This one, I don't think I've ever heard anybody really talk about this fragrance online or YouTube or anything, which is really weird, because this is a Montal fragrance. Now, maybe it's not weird, because Montal does have 3001 fragrances, but this one is Schiffer Vanille. And this one is one of those, this is one of the older bottles, and it's not a tester unit, but this one, it has the vanilla on it, but it's more of a spicy vanilla. Of the ones that I have here, this one is probably the least gourmand fragrance, and I don't, like I said, I haven't heard anyone talk about this fragrance, but this is a really good fragrance. A little less for dates, but it's really a good fragrance for just rocking, especially in the wintertime. And this leans a little bit more feminine, just a little bit, not to the point where you're like, oh man, that's a girl fragrance. I don't want it. I think they do have it marketed for female, but dude, this is an amazing fragrance, and it's different enough. It's so different from any other of the vanilla fragrances that I have here. Actually, it's different from any other fragrance that I have. This one stands out. I have another Montal that's kind of similar to it. I think it's called Vanilla Ecstasy, but the Vanilla Ecstasy does not have that extra spiciness on the top of it, which this one, to me, it makes it lean a little bit more masculine. But the Vanilla Ecstasy, that's a really good one also, but that one leans a little bit more feminine. So number 8, Schiffer Vanille. And next one up is fragrance that everybody knows already, I'm sure, unless you've been on a rock or you're very, very, very new to the fragrance game. You know this fragrance. This is Camera, and that's by Lattafa. This is number 7, and Camera is, everybody knows what Camera is. It's just a imitation or a rendition of Angel Share by Killian. It's not exactly like by Killian. I actually like this better than the fragrance I like this better than Angel Share, actually. It's really good. And then Camera also has, Lattafa also has Camera Kawa, which is this fragrance with a little coffee note in it. And if you're looking for something that's a little bit, it's a little darker than this, and it has a little bit of different vibe to it. You can check that one out. And having both of those, you can use both of those in different times, in different situations. So that is number 7, Camera. I didn't want to talk too much about that because most people know about that one already. The next one up is the sister of Montal, and this one is one of those fragrances that, this is Manera, if you haven't known. But this is one of those fragrances, but I think a few people talked about it, but not a whole lot of people. This is an awesome fragrance for date night. And this one is Manera's Oud Vanille. Can we get that to come in? Oud Vanille. And this is the older bottle. I'm not sure. I'm sure they still make this fragrance, but this one's a little spicy too. So let me get the sprayer strip. So this one, yeah, this one with that oud, man, the vanilla with that oud sweetens it up so much. And if you're not into oud, this is a good one, even though it's probably not, real oud. But this one, it has that earthy, woody, agarwood kind of vibe, but it has the vanilla on top of it. And man, this is so good. This is such a cozy, masculine kind of scent. Again, I think that one also was marketed for females, but you have to be a strong woman to wear something like this one. This one is a masculine vanilla, and most people will think of vanilla as a female, one of the notes in female fragrances that kind of rank highly. But these vanilla fragrances, you can put them on and rock out. So that is, I don't even know where I am now. I'll have the numbers up here or up here somewhere like that. And so that one is, what did I just have? Manera's Oud Vanille. Is that what I had? Yeah. Let's see if I got that name. Yep, it came in that time. All right, so the next one. This one was pretty popular also, and I think for a little while it was hard to get, but I think you can find it pretty easily now, pretty readily. And this one is Spectra Ghost, and oh my goodness, this one is a clone of Ani by Ani. But pressurized sprayer, my goodness. Oh man. If you like Ani, that creamy vanilla, that creamy smell and that warm coziness. Oh my goodness. Mm. Oh man. But if you haven't smelled Ani by Nishane, this is this is almost exactly the same scent. It's so good. Man, this one is an amazing one. This one also is a good one for a date night, and this one is one of those ones that could run in between. It could be male or female. It's a unisex fragrance. So if you wear this, if you buy this for yourself, just be cautious. Your girl may pick it up and get a couple sprays herself. But yeah, that one is amazing. That's Spectra Ghost. And then the next one we have is a very, 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 all of these, like I said, all of these are really good, but this one is stand out. It used to be really, really, really cheap. It used to be like $30, $40, but now I think it's running like $70, $80, and you probably could get it cheaper sometimes, but this is Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Oh my goodness. And this one has that funky sprayer. It's supposed to be shaped like a car, but it looks more like a spaceship. But the sprayer is inside here. So this one. Oh man. Some people say they don't get longevity with this fragrance. I actually get pretty good longevity. Some people say they had it on for like 2 hours and it was gone. For me, it works on my skin, but it's a strong vanilla fragrance. It's reminiscent of I think it's called vanilla vanille or vanilla douce vanille or something like that. It's a niche fragrance that is supposed to be somewhat cloning, but it's an amazing fragrance on its own. But this one smells closer to like it's vanilla, but it smells almost like a baked type of vanilla, almost like similar to like a cake or something like that. Not that it smells like cake, but it kind of gives you that vibe, and it has this masculine vibe to it. Oh my goodness, this is a really good one. This one is a problem, especially at a price of like $40-$50. This one's a problem. But now if it goes up to like around $150 or $200, then yeah, it might be a little bit overpriced by then. But yeah, this is Mercedes-Benz Club Black. All right, and let's see this next one. Let's go with another sister fragrance. Now this one, people probably wouldn't expect this one to be on the vanilla list, but it does have a strong vibe of vanilla in it. And this one is Tonka Cola by Manera. And yes, it smells like almost like a RC cola kind of soda, or like a cherry Coke kind of vibe. It smells similar to that. And I love that pressurized sprayer. It smells similar to that, but the undercurrent that it smells like cherry Coke, but it has a sweetness under it, and that sweetness under it is coming from that vanilla, in my opinion anyway. And when it dries down, the vanilla comes out a little bit stronger than the cherry cola vibe. It's and this is one of the newer ones to my collection. I haven't got a chance to wear it a bunch. As you can see, it's not really that much of a dent in a, let's turn it upside down. There's not that much of a dent in it, but believe me, this fall and this winter, I'm going to rock this pretty much a lot. That is number 7, I think. 7? No, number 8. And then number 9. Or number 2. I guess I'm counting backwards. Yeah, I'm counting backwards. So this would be number 2. That was number 3. So number 2 is this one here. This is Rifakat, and this one is a clone or an imitation of Baby Cat. Man, by YSL. That's one of their higher end fragrances on YSL, and whew, now this vanilla is different than the other vanillas. This one actually, this stands out a lot different from the other vanillas because this one kind of gives you a vanilla vibe of kind of like almost like the vanilla cake almost, but this is prior to baking the vanilla cake because it has a kind of a dusty, not a dirty, but a dusty kind of vibe to it, almost like the flour prior to you actually mixing it and putting it in the oven. It kind of has that vibe with the vanilla there, and oh man, this one is so cozy. All of these are very, very cozy fragrances, and they're really great for the fall and the winter. These next 2 seasons coming up, this season that we're in and the next one coming up, amazing. So yeah, that is Rifakat. Excuse me. It sounds like you did something else. All right, and for the last one, number 1, I actually kept this one in in this case because I'm one of those people that appreciate presentations on fragrances and how they look and how they bring them to you. And this is probably one of the best presentations I've seen in the last couple of years. This one is Eternal Oud, and it comes in this glass or plastic container. We take it off, and the bottle sits into this little holder here, and this top is pretty nice and heavy. It's not super heavy, but it's nicely made. It looks like kind of like a bonsai tree. Oh my goodness. But in addition to that, this, let me get me a spray strip. Look at this. Where's my sprayer? Pressurized sprayer. Woo! And the smell. Oh man. It's a little earthy, a little green. Smells a little bit like oud a little bit, but it has that, obviously has the sweetness from the vanilla, but it's not a strong sweetness. The sweetness in this one, the vanilla in this one is toned down a lot, and it smells it smells like it has maybe some, almost like a fruit, like an orange or something like that in it, mixed with the oud. This one is so good, and this fragrance is imitating one of those great fragrances, Grand Soir by is that Rosa Dove that has Grand Soir? It imitates Grand Soir, and it is an amazing, amazing fragrance. All of these are crazy good fragrances. If you could pick up any of these, all of these are niche levels. Actually, the Manera and the Montal, they actually are niche fragrances, but you know, they're obtainable niche fragrances. And yeah, all of these you can get for a really good price. The only ones that probably would be hard to get would be the Mercedes Club Black. Sometimes this one comes in and out of stock. The Spectra Ghost, that one comes in and out of stock. And I think the other ones you can find pretty good. Oh, and Sacred is usually a little harder to find in the United States. If you're in the United States, this one might be a little bit harder to find, but You can find it if you really look for it. And I think some of the sample spots, they actually have where you can purchase a sample of it if you want to try it out. But really, by the time you purchase a sample, if you purchase a $20 sample, I think this bottle probably was about $30. So, you know, it's kind of waste of time to purchase a sample, and then you say, oh, I really like the fragrance, and then you got to pay another $30 to get the fragrance. So it is what it is. But anyway, I appreciate your time hanging out with me, talking about these 10 amazing vanilla fragrances. I know you could be anywhere else in the world, you could be, but you're here. You're right here hanging out with me, talking about these fragrances. And I appreciate it. So until next time, it's your boy Will. Deuces.